I've got the first appearance of one of the most powerful Marvel mutants of all time. Let's take a look. Okay, what I have here is X-Factor number 6 from 1986. The artist is Ron Frenz, and the writer is Louise Simonson. So X-Factor is a pretty cool run, especially this initial X-Factor run, because they brought back all the original X-Men. You've got Beast, and he's not even in his blue form, which is kind of cool. Angel, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. So it's pretty cool to see the original X-Men team come back, you know, the Stan Lee and the Jack Kirby era of X-Men. And right here in the middle is what makes this comic a key. It's the first appearance and first cover of Apocalypse. And as you may know, Apocalypse was the first ever mutant in Marvel history. And because he was the first mutant, he's also one of the most powerful mutants of all time. So Apocalypse was born nearly 5,000 years ago in a lone settlement in Egypt. Because they considered him ugly and deformed because of his gray skin and the lines on his face and everything else like that, he was abandoned by the tribe. And then he was discovered by a band of nomadic raiders who took him in and gave him the name, his actual name, which is Ensaba Nur. As he grew, he quickly surpassed the other tribesmen in intelligence and in strength, and he started to become more and more powerful. At one point, he was taken in as a slave, but then he was able to overcome that and basically become a conqueror. And then he went to live on the island of Okara, and that's where he met his wife, Genesis, and they had 4 children, which were known as the first 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. So that is a very short version of the history of Apocalypse. It's actually extremely rich in lore, and there's a lot that goes on in Apocalypse's history that does get kind of touched on in the comics, you know, in flashbacks and stuff like that, his origin. They definitely explored Apocalypse's origin in the Jonathan Hickman run of X-Men, where they had Krakoa, and he was on the council of Krakoa and all that, which was pretty cool. So he's still around in modern comics because he is immortal. That is one of his powers. Speaking of his powers, let's talk about what his powers are. So his powers include immortality, psychic link, self-atomic manipulation, superhuman strength, superhuman durability, superhuman stamina and endurance, superhuman reflexes, psionic manipulation like telekinesis, telepathy, flight, celestial energy manipulation, which allows him to do force fields, energy blast, energy absorption, energy transfer, teleportation, and matter manipulation, and some sorcery. So the list goes on and on with Apocalypse's powers. He is clearly one of the most powerful mutants of all time. Like, the only mutants I can think of offhand that could really, you know, be more powerful than him are maybe Jean Grey when she has the Phoenix Force. I don't know, maybe a Magneto could stand up to him, but even that would be a tall order. So he's a really cool character. I absolutely love this cover. It's really, I love when first appearances are also a cover appearance. So that's really cool. And yeah, I'm just super happy to have this really awesome X-Factor book that's part of X-Men history in my collection.